efforts at environmental sustainability and the impact of that on livelihoods. Unfortunately, the findings are quite disheartening because it reveals that all efforts when it comes to environmental sustainability appears to be focused on the four wealthiest parts of our country. And if I say the four wealthiest parts of our country, I'm making references to the Greater Accra region, Ashanti region, Central region, and that of Eastern region, and that of some parts of the Western region. Sadly, we cannot say same when it comes to the impact of these things on poverty, especially in the northern region, upper east, upper west, and some parts of the northern. So for us, it is disheartening. You would notice that even in the research, it was quite sad to realize that the people seem not to have any idea about the Environmental Protection Agency and their works in these various parts of the country. And those of you who are familiar with the 2023 World Bank brief report on Sub-Saharan Africa Poverty and Equality Index, you would notice that despite the fact that inequality, what's the name, poverty elasticity seems to be improving, unfortunately, inequality also seems to be on the ascendancy when it comes to the various regions in Ghana. It is also shocking to note in that same report, according to the World Bank, that when you take the four northern regions, now five northern regions, and of course the Volta region, inequality seem to be on the ascendancy, largely because their major source of livelihood has to do with agriculture. And here we are, as a result of sand mining and other related activities in those parts of the country, they are losing their vegetative lands. There's absolutely nothing being done to salvage some of these lands. And Dr. Yahya made reference to the White Volta. This is one of the sources of water supply to the communities in the northern regions. Unfortunately, the depletion, or if you like, the pollution is quite worrying, and it is affecting the cost of production of water as far as the Ghana Water Company Limited is concerned. I'm sure you can have a discussion with them in terms of the cost component now when it comes to cleaning up the water for the residents of Tamale and its environs. So these are some of the issues the report seemed to have brought to their attention. So we are just hoping that government will act swiftly in more or less equipping the necessary agencies to go deep down. It is not just about paying attention to what is happening in the Western region because of oil and gas and the resources we seem to derive as a country from the oil and gas sector. It is not just about concentrating in Accra, largely because you have your international partners all coming to Accra. There is so much work to be done, especially when it comes to our transition agenda. And you would notice, and in fact, Dr. Mantiao has just indicated that our framework is a bit shaky. And that is why those of us at ICEG, we are calling for the establishment of an energy transition authority, because we understand that protecting the environment is not just about environmental sustainability. It is also an economic development mechanism to empower the people. So if we have an energy transition authority that is equipped with the necessary people and if you like, resources to drive our energy transition agenda, we would be able to more or less bring all the players in the industry to support that particular authority, and would be given the legal backing to do what is necessary to protect our environments and most importantly, propel economic growth in these parts of our country as well. Something needs to be done, and it needs to be done urgently. Let me emphasize that we are not downgrading the efforts of government when it comes to the energy transition framework. All what we seek to do is to call on the government of the day to ensure that we give it the needed legal impetus to act independently as an authority. And that is why we are calling for the establishment of the Energy Transition Authority. And I think that, like we indicated, it is not just about environmental sustainability. It is also another important opportunity to develop our country. And it is important for government to see it as such and establish as a matter of urgency the Energy Transition Authority. Look, there are so many benefits we can get from that. It can serve as an information hub when it comes to our sustainability drive. We can engage universities, we can engage research institutions as to how to holistically drive the sustainability agenda in our country in terms of protecting the environment and at the same time ensuring that we throw out so many sustainable jobs for our youth who are on daily basis struggling to look for jobs as a result of the situation we find ourselves now. If we do not act swiftly, the unemployment levels in our country will continue to increase. Let's take advantage of this sustainability drive to create jobs, and that can
Number of people can flourish in the country. Look at the services it renders to the poor. Because we are talking of sustainable development under the sustainable development goals, not leaving anyone behind, and also ensuring that poverty is reduced, ensuring that we support people. Let's look at some of the interventions that can help alleviate poverty. We are not neglecting the renewable energy sector completely. We are not neglecting the electrical energy completely. But let us also know about the poor who are used to this renewable this energy, the traditional form of energy, the charcoal, the firewood, the briquettes, and all that. So I'm asking the government and asking our policy and let us look at that. For example, look at how we sell charcoal on the wayside. Who cares for that? Can't we do something about it? Look at the way we sell firewood. Can't we do about something about it? So it is about time we look at ourselves internally before we can also move on onto the external. So I'm advocating that we pay particular attention to the neglected traditional energy, which is also an important component of our energy mix. Currently, it is between 37 and 34% of the traditional energy sources is provided. So we don't need to neglect it. Presentation that was made this morning by Dr. Forgotten his name. You look at the causes of deforestation, and there are more important things like bushfires, like illegal mining, contributing to degradation more than the charcoal production. Charcoal only needs improved technology and you'll be able to minimize the degradation. Charcoal needs that you plant your own trees and you harvest it. We have fast growing varieties like the cassia or acacia. Within 2.5, 3 years, you are harvesting. So if we can be able to have these plantations established, by people who are committed, not just a ceremonial planting, but we look for people who are prepared to go into these plantations, develop them, and then harvest them for processing. I believe we'll be doing the nation a good thing. Recently, some traditional areas banned production of chaff. I told one of the chiefs that this your ban will not stand the test of time. And in less than 3 months, they couldn't control it. People have come back. Dry season, people will go there to produce. So why do we illegalize illegal process instead of putting in technology and systems that will be able to improve your livelihood and everything? Renewable solar energy is perfect. We have to fight for that. We need to go in for that, but that requires investment. Charcoal production, wood fuel production, we need to go for that. That also needs investment. So Ghana should have an integrated approach to the energy transition, not neglecting one aspect of it, but going in tandem, together with all of them. I believe if we did that, we'll be addressing the sustainable development goals of poverty reduction.
Na the speakers ni asɛm a wɔka ɛne sɛ yɛbɛtumi minimize yɛ carbon footprint ɛne yɛ carbon use of energy na yɛtumi akɔ renewable energy. Eti no ɛnɛ yɛahyia mu wɔ ha a stakeholder engagement yi papema na yɛde anaasɛ ɛsi so a yɛde yɛ discussion ɛne sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi aboa CS anaasɛ civil society organization na yɛtumi acontribute yɛso yɛadwene ɛwɔ the development of the country. With the transition, na yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛfiri fango ho nsu. Yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ fango ne adeade no contribute much to global warming anaasɛ yɛfrɛ no climate change. Sɛ wohwɛ fango for instance anaasɛ yɛfrɛ no oil na emit so much of carbon. But wohwɛ renewable energy no to say biomass na adeade a wɔbisa ho yi a ɛno no ɛwɔ very less impact on the climate anaasɛ emit koraa sɛ emit mpo akakra bi a yɛfrɛ no carbon. Nti no yɛhwɛ biomass na wɔn mu fifi nnua a ewu ɛne sɛbi agyanan ne adeade a yɛbɛtumi aka abom yɛde ayɛ energy. Nti no sɛ yɛhwɛ ne saa no so a ɛno so wɔ hɔ afebɔɔ. Yɛbɛsusu sɛ oil no anaasɛ fangoo no so wɔ hɔ afebɔɔ. Na mmom no ne nyinaa no wɔ life span depending on the kind of findings a ebi ayɛ. Ebi a ebi wɔ hɔ a ne life span no bɛyɛ 20 years, 25 years. But ebi nso wɔ hɔ a bɛyɛ 30 years. But renewable energy no once a nnua wɔ hɔ nko ara a nnipa so te ase nko ara deɛ, ɛkyerɛ sɛ abere biara no yɛbɛtumi anya access to energy. Yɛhwɛ me ne wo a sɛbi yɛdidi wie a yɛkɔ yɛn agyanan ne adeade a saa nneɛma yi nyinaa no yɛbɛtumi de a yɛ energy no nso deɛ yɛbɛtumi aboa ɔho. Coal production nso sɛ yɛka biomass ase deɛ mekyerɛkyerɛ mu no yɛhwɛ sɛ ndua anaasɛ deɛ yɛfrɛ no the tree flora and fauna. Nti no yɛhwɛ sɛ ndua ne nneɛma a ebi efi nipa ho a yɛbɛtumi de arekyannel anaasɛ yɛbɛtumi reproduce a yɛbɛtumi de agenerate energy.